What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, Gundam's been out for a little while, right? We've had a couple of weeks of Gundam. So we know what the colour combinations are because we've had a bunch of release events happening over in Japan. And I've been following this quite nicely, and I've been trying to figure out, the best way to present the information. And then Bandai turned around and they went, oh, sorry, Wossie. You're trying to figure out what the best Gundam colour combination is? Yeah. Here we go. And they shared with us this graphic. Now, this was sent off on the official Japanese Twitter, and you can see there that there's a clear winner. It's blue and white. Blue and white has 35% of the meta right now. Number 2, white and green, which is coming in at 20.8%. And then the number 3 is pretty close at 18.3%. But it's white and blue, but it's also white. If you take white decks, because bearing in mind, if you have a look at the number 4 there, we've got red and white with 11.7%. Just the top 2 white decks are taking up 55% of the meta. If you go and include white and red as well, you can actually up that to basically 2/3 of the meta. White is the colour right now, but specifically white and blue. So I thought this might be a good time to have an explanation, not just of what the best deck is. Let's face it, I could have probably done that in a tweet. Bandai did. But more importantly, why it's the best deck. What are the key cards? Why is this deck proving to be such a powerhouse? Now, I have a nice little example deck to show you here that did make the final of the A block over in Japan. But you've got to remember at the moment, the card pool for Gundam is actually quite small. So for that reason, there's not going to be as much variance in deck lists now as there will be in the future. But right now, we can use this as a nice example, and then we can move on from there. So what have we got then? Well, let's start off on the lower end. I like to start off on the lower end. And the cheapest cards we've got here are command cards and pilots. And it shouldn't surprise you that Overflowing Affection is a card that sees a huge amount of play here, because it's a level 2 1 cost that lets you draw 2 cards and then discard a card. It is just really good draw. Obviously, that one's seeing a bunch of play. But then we've got ourselves another command card coming in here from Starter Deck 1, and it's Unforeseen Incident. Level 3 1 cost as a burst. You just do what the card does. And what the card does as a main or an action is choose an enemy unit and give it -3 AP during this turn. Make sure you win some battles. That sounds like a good idea to me. Now, we've also got ourselves a pilot. There's going to be some pilots, let's face it. We got a Mura Ray. Level 4, 1 cost pilot, +2/+1. As a burst, you add it to your hand. That's a classic pilot thing. And then when paired, choose an enemy unit with 5 or less HP and rest it. Once again, we're trying to make sure that we're winning battles here. That's a good thing. We do have a couple of other pilots coming in here. We've got ourselves from over in Starter Deck 4, Kiri Yamato, level 4, 1 cost. And you got +2/+1 and attack, choose an enemy unit. It gets -2 AP during this battle. You may already be seeing a little bit of a theme here. We're not shy about lowering AP in this deck because that's what's going to end up getting us towards victory. And then the other pilot we see coming in here is Banniger Lynx. This is a level 5 1 cost, so this one is coming in just that little bit later. But you get a +2/+2, and when linked, you draw a card. So card draw plus you're beefing up a little bit more than the others. That's a little bit of a win. And then there is actually one more command card we've got here. It does come from Newtype Rising. It's Show of Resolve. Now this is a level 4 free cost. It's draw 2. This should not surprise you. Command cards here, a lot of the ones we're going to see are drawing. I've shown you the pilots and command cards. And already you should be seeing a little bit of a theme here in terms of drawing a bunch of cards. Yes. Yes, we are drawing a whole bunch of cards. So then what have we got in terms of Gundam? Well, starting off then, we've got ourselves a level 2 cost, and it is Zoort. We've got a free 2 stat line, and it's a blocker. But also this unit can't choose the enemy player as its attack target. That's a fair bit of a downside, but we got a free 2 blocker as a level 2 cost. I think this is one of those ones where we turn around and we go, yeah, all right. You know what? We're willing to accept that. Now, we got another 2 cost here. This time it's level 3. It is Gundam the Frith. Level 3, 2 cost, 2/4 stat line. And we've got blocker. Yeah, on the lower end here, we're looking for blockers. We've already got a bunch of stuff, which is lowering our opponent's AP. Now we're also bringing in a bunch of blockers. At the lower end, that's going to help. That's going to get you up towards the higher end. Now, we got a little blue dude coming in as well. Level 3, 2 cost. And it's just a vanilla 4/3. Sorry. Wish I could give you more of an analysis of this, dude. It's just a vanilla 4/3. That's what it does. Oh, the name is Rizel, for anyone that's interested. Doesn't actually do anything other than the fact that it's sitting there as a 4/3. Which, to be fair, is a strong stat line for a 2 cost, so that's a win. Now, moving up into your bigger dudes here, we're going to have one of what is already probably one of the more iconic Gundam cards around, because it's Starter Deck 101. It's Gundam, it's 3/4 stat line, but repair 2, and during pair, during your turn, all your units gain AP +1. So you're repairing 2 at the end of your turn, and you're buffing all of your units. Yeah, this one's going to be a 4-off. Some of the starter deck cards end up being really, really very good. This is one of those ones that is going to end up being really, really very good. Hey, speaking of which, over in Starter Deck 4, there is a white Gundam that we like. It's another super rare, or legend rare. It's also number 1 in the deck. It's Ailstrike Gundam. Because we've got a 4/4 stat line, we've got a blocker, and when paired with a level 4 or higher pilot, side note here, all of the pilots we're playing in this deck are level 4 or higher. Choose an enemy unit with 4 or less HP and return it to the owner's hand. That gets super annoying when you're constantly being able to bump cards and make your opponent repay for them. That is going to waste their resources. Now, we do have a blue level 5 4-cost Gundam coming in here. And what we've got is Unicorn Gundam Unicorn Mode. Level 5 4-cost, 4/3 stat line. And during Link and Destroyed, return this unit's paired pilot to its owner's hand, and then discard 1. You get to reuse your pilots. That's a good thing. Pilots are pretty important. And then we got a couple of Gundam where we frankly get a little bit big, and both of these are actually from Newtype Rising, not from the starter deck. We've got ourselves a level 7 5-cost white Gundam. It's Freedom Gundam. Level 7 5-cost 4/6 stat line. You've got blocker. Yes, this deck likes to block. And during pair, once per turn, when you pair a pilot with this unit or one of your white units, choose an enemy unit and it gets AP -2 during this turn. Crucial thing here is, if any of your white units get paired, then you get the bonus coming in here. And we got plenty of white units. That is a win. That is a very big win. You notice we got lots of AP minus, we got lots of blocker. Basically, we're just trying to make sure that our opponent's attacks are not going off. And when they are, we're blocking them. But the fun thing is, because we've gone and lowered their AP, we're blocking them and surviving. It's annoying. For them, it's really good for us. And then the big boy in the deck is your 7-cost, level 6. It's Unicorn Gundam Destroy Mode. Yeah, another legend rare from Newtype Rising. 5/4. But when playing this card from your hand, you may destroy one of your Link units with Unicorn Mode in its name that is level 5. Obviously, we have exactly one of them. It's a Unicorn Mode from Newtype Rising I showed you just a second ago. And if you do, you play this card as if it has 0 level and cost. So it's not actually a level 7/6 cost. It is just get your unicorn mode out, make sure it's linked, and then play this over it or instead of it. Yeah. Also, as attack, choose an enemy unit and rest it. No mucking about. Just rest one of your enemy units, whoever it might be. We are playing a bit of a frustrating game with this deck, and frankly, it's kind of working, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of working. We are also playing a base here. We're playing white base, level 3, 2 cost, 0/5. As a burst, you deploy this card. Deploy adds one of your shields to your hand. And as an activate main, once per turn, pay 2, deploy a Gundam white base team AP3, HP3 unit token, if you have no units in play. Deploy one gun cannon white base team APH2 unit token if you only have one unit in play, or one gun tank white base team APHP 1 unit token if you have 2 or more units in play. Basically, once per turn, you can pay 2 to deploy a token unit, which gets stronger the fewer units that you actually have in play. Yeah, that's kind of absurd, frankly. That's kind of absurd. Here's a deck list as a whole, and remember, there's going to be a bunch of changes. We're still very, very early in Gundam, and what that means is that the best lists haven't been exactly settled. We've got a very small card pool with just 1 set and 4 starter decks. We are not there yet. But this is a good example of what blue-white looks like right now and the tricks that it's got. And it's worth remembering, go back to the graph, blue and white is 1/3 of the meta by itself. It is huge, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely huge. But I told you about it now. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about blue and white in Gundam. Tell me what you've been playing. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Gundam and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.